Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another Burlingame. It's a small town podcast sponsored by the Burlingame Historical Society. This is Mark Lucchese, also known as Mark at the Mic, and my guest today is a French chef and the owner of, well, before I get there, here's a few reviews. Great bread and pastries, solid coffee, and really friendly service. Here's another one. Very nice neighborhood bakery, great coffee, good assortment of pastries, scones are amazing, and a park a few steps away so the kids can play while you relax and enjoy pastries and coffee. My guest today is Francois Bernadin, owner of Bonjour BakeHouse, located at 1007 Howard Avenue in San Mateo. Francois, thanks for being on the show today.
Hi, thank you for having us and having me.
So I know I'm sorry your wife is not here, or your friend, whatever. Okay, so tell me something. How did I do with the last name? How did I do with it? I was very nervous about that.
Seriously, you did pretty well. You did pretty well. You have no idea. The first name is usually the trickiest one. Everybody calls me Francois.
No, man. Francois is simple. Yeah, well, go ahead and pronounce the last name for me.
Francois Bernadin.
Okay.
This one, not so well, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll never get close to that. But anyway, I'm really glad you're here. So you had a pretty busy weekend, huh? You worked on Saturday at the BakeHouse, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then you had the big competition, the Croissant competition, the best Croissant competition in San Francisco on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
When did you start preparing for that, like early Sunday morning or Saturday night? How did you get ready for that?
Oh, we got ready for that a week in advance because the croissant takes 2 to 3 days to be made.
Really?
So yeah. And so on the night of, we pulled everything out, put everything in the proofer early in the morning, and baked everything that morning
on Sunday morning. What time did you start on Sunday morning and get the baker in and all that?
Because it was a special event and we were closed on that day. We started around 6 o'clock. We had everything proofed in around 6 o'clock, and then by 9 o'clock we were out of town.
Up in San Francisco.
San Francisco, which was the best time to get to San Francisco because it was the beta breaker. So
it was the beta breakers the same day.
Yeah. It took us an hour and 15 minutes to get to the hotel, the Cliff Hotel.
The Cliff Hotel?
Yeah.
Wow, pretty cool. How many people attended something like that?
There was probably around 300. 300. A little bit more than 300 people. I know they sold 300 people plus all the people that were working.
Is. So you know what? Just for our listeners, I just want to let them know that this was the best croissant competition in San Francisco for 2024. Was there 4 or 5 other competitors?
No, there was 10 of us.
10?
Yeah, 10 competitors, ranging from, who did we have? The big 165 hotel, the St. Regis Hotel, and then a bunch of other bakeries.
Yeah.
Some smaller than others.
Yeah, I bet. What time did the competition start?
They opened up the door around 11 o'clock, and then it lasted for tasting lasted for about an hour and a half, if I recall. It was super busy. It was like this. The place was small, so it was it was super crowded.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know about that. I guess if I had gone on Instagram and looked at your Instagram page, I would have seen that, or Facebook, or what?
Yeah, you would have, but the tickets sold out fairly quickly because I think it's a big.
It's well known.
Yeah, it's well known, especially in San Francisco, and there's a huge French community, and I think there's a huge foodie community in San Francisco.
Absolutely,
so, it's very well known.
All right, so how many croissants did you bring with you?
We baked about 170 pieces.
And then you kind of give everybody a little sample, right? As they come
we
through.
cut them in.
So you cut them up, right? Probably in quarters or thirds or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to try anybody else's?
We did. We tried the winner and a couple of other places that were interesting.
Oh, so they named the winner?
They did.
I didn't see that. I went to the web and couldn't find it.
They did.
Who was
on the spot?
Who was the winner?
It was a bakery on Polk Street, so in San Francisco, called Juniper Bakery.
Okay.
And she did. She did pretty good. She did really good.
You felt personally that they were pretty good?
Oh yeah. She was. Yeah, she knew what she was doing, and the croissant tasted pretty good. So I was. No doubt.
Okay, so I got to know something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What should a really good croissant taste like? I mean, I'm used to just going to Costco, getting a 12-pack for $6, right? What's a good croissant taste like?
A good croissant should be flaky. Golden. Nice shiny golden color because of all the amount of butter that's in there.
Yeah.
And then it should just, when you open it up, I mean, I it's too bad I could have brought one, and then we could have done a little experience with the mic. It would have been awesome to just break it open in front of the mic.
That's terrific.
So that we can have that experience for everybody. But yeah, it should, when you break it open and you see all those layers of feuilletage, you should see that. And it should be not too airy. But some people like it very airy.
Yeah.
Others like it a little bit more meaty. Everybody is a little bit in between. Each one of them have their own whatever, their own preferences. So
was this the first time you were entered in the competition? Because you were a finalist.
Yeah, it
right?
was the first time. Yeah, first time we.
Congratulations.
So my business partner Ingrid, so not my wife, by the way.
The other Ingrid.
Which everybody, voila. Yeah, she's the one who signed us up.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah, it was a great event. We'll do it again next year.
What time
100%.
was the event over?
The event was over at 1:30.
1:30, but you had to clean up, get everything back into the van or the truck, and get it back to the bakehouse, right?
Yeah.
It's a long day.
Well, yeah, it's a long day. Yeah.
And then back to work on Monday.
Yep.
So you didn't really get a day off last week, I don't think, because you work 6 days, don't you?
Well, it's when you own your own business.
I get it. You're married to the business.
Yeah,
Ingrid
much,
is the other one, but the business is first.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
for sure. Okay, let's talk about you guys, and let's talk about how this whole thing evolved, right?
Yeah.
How did you wind up in Burlingame, California? How did you get the bakehouse? How did all this come about?
So we moved out of France in '99 with my wife, who is also named Ingrid.
Yeah.
For the confusion. Everybody's confused about it when they come to
confusion,
Bonjour Bakehouse.
man.
Like, yeah, it was your wife I talked to. No, well, but I talked to an Ingrid. Yeah, but it's not my wife. But also your wife's name is Ingrid too. So yeah. No, so we came in 1999 from Bordeaux, both of us, and young, full of aspiration, full of energy. And we lived in San Francisco for 5 years. My wife was in the computer industry. She's a software engineer, so it was easy for her. She found a job. I found a job here as well. Worked at the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco on Stockton Street for the first year. And then I worked with Pascal, the guy from Bordeaux who opened up La Boulange.
Wait a minute. You worked with Pascal?
Yeah. Pascal Arigo, yeah. He's a good friend of mine.
Well, years ago, we did business with him at Molly Stone's.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, that's
sure.
down in Palo Alto.
Yeah.
That's funny. He's terrific.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I'm still he's a good friend of mine. He's from Bordeaux. We're both from the same hometown. We both share the same love for sports and food and all that. So
terrific.
Yeah. So I worked with him for 4 years. Opened up a bunch of restaurants with him as well. I was a pastry chef down there, executive pastry chef down there for all his the pastries on Pine and all the other location. And then we moved to Japan with my wife.
You moved. Oh, so you left the city and moved to Japan.
Yeah.
Why? Job offer?
Job offer, and we wanted something different. We had we had set. We told ourselves we'll stay 3, 4, 5, 6 years in San Francisco, and we'll move somewhere else. We were hoping to go. Wanted to go in the first place in Australia, and then that didn't happen. So we went to Japan.
Did you have children at that time?
No, we did not. No.
Okay.
No, we did not. And so we lived in Japan for 2 years.
And what did she do in Japan?
She was working for the same company, a French company called Business Objects down there in the software
Terrific.
industry.
So she was able just to switch continents and to keep the same job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, different part of the company, and that was it. And then we stayed there for 2 years, and then we moved back to the West Coast, up north in British Columbia to Vancouver.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful BC.
And it is pretty, right? But it does rain a lot though, doesn't it?
That's why it's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. I won't argue that fact with you. How long did you stay up there?
So we stayed 9 years down there.
Oh my gosh.
We had our 2 daughters down there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And so BC, what happened after that?
Well, as you said it rains a lot, so we got tired of the rain. It was taking a toll on our spirit. it's brutal down there when it comes to that. And we come from the southwest of France, so we're used to the sun, and so we decided, let's go back to the sun. So we that's why we moved back to California, and Burlingame was the top spot because it's close to the city. It's above 92. It's a perfect. It's always a beautiful weather up here.
Yeah,
people are super nice, and it's a small community, and so that's why we came back to Burlingame.
So when you got to Burlingame, you didn't have your business yet, did you?
No.
So you had to get yourself established.
Yep.
How did that come about?
So there is as many of you know, and there is a beautiful place in Burlingame called Kitchen Town.
Yes.
And so it's a food incubator, and the owner of Kitchen Town, they're always looking for people who know what they're talking about when it comes to the food industry. And so there's at the time it's always the same thing. There's probably 10, 15 companies operating out of Kitchen Town.
Yeah, they've done, and some of those companies have done pretty well,
huh?
Yeah.
A bunch of them have done pretty well.
Yeah.
And so one of those companies, when I arrived, I got in touch with Rusty, who's the owner of Kitchen Town, and I introduced myself with the background that I had. He's like, okay, good. No problem. I think I'm going to find something for you. And so I worked I was a partner for a cookie delivery company called Dobies.
Oh, no kidding. Dobies.
Yeah. Dobies.
They're were they kind of a startup in the city or what?
They were, exactly. Yeah, you got great memory.
Mm-hmm. I did a little homework.
Yeah. So Dobies was, it was one of the first. So they started in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. I joined them right around the same time. And we were delivering cookies anywhere in the city within 30 minutes. But before Shopify and Square, before Uber Eats started, before DoorDash started, and so we ended up being a delivery company as well as a bakery. And so you have to decide at one point.
Were you baking and delivering, or just?
Yeah. We had a full team of 30 to 35 drivers / cyclists who would go. It was. And
everything was coming out of Kitchen Town.
Everything was produced in Kitchen Town and was driven every morning in San Francisco to our hub, and then we would just dispatch all the drivers and all the cyclists, and it was just a huge facility.
Was most of the disbursement done in San Francisco, or did you have any Burlingame or San Mateo locations?
No.
Everything was the city.
Yeah. Everything was done in the city. The city was booming at the time, so it was like, we had
couldn't go wrong.
Huge numbers. Plus the cookies were phenomenal. Yeah. And so it was fresh within 30 minutes, more or less.
Amazing.
It was the concept was phenomenal. A little bit too early for its time though.
Are they still around?
No. We shut it down in 2017 or 18, I think.
Okay, maybe 7 years ago then.
Yeah.
Is that when you decided to open up the BakeHouse?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I was done with the cookie business. I was like, that's it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm done. And so I went to France with my kids. And when I came back, my wife, Ingrid, had created an online bakery with Shopify, which is an online platform. Mm-hmm. And she's like, there you go, Francois. What do you mean, there you go? Well, I created your business for you. Yeah. And so, that's how it started again. That's how I started again without doing any deliveries or anything like this. We were just shipping everything. We started making deliveries, but then COVID hits within the first 6 months.
Oh, my gosh.
COVID hits. So we ended up, our delivery partner shut down within 3 weeks of COVID. Everybody was, sheltering in places. We were officially one of those businesses that were allowed to keep on working. And so, we kept on operating for up until we stopped our delivery service. And we operated just based on shipping, purely shipping.
But you hadn't put the window in the wall yet, right? The walk up.
No,
that was still, you were all about delivery and shipping, or shipping.
That was all. Our core business is shipping cookies all over the U.S. Yeah, and so for gifts, thank yous, whatever the occasion, for company, corporates, or private, whatever, that's what we do, and so that's what we were doing. And a lot of big businesses have helped us out a lot during that time because it was super difficult. We had lost, I mean, I have
Brutal.
I have a habit of opening businesses before a big crash.
Yeah.
So that was the
Brutal.
second time.
Uh-huh.
I'll let you know, Mark, the next time I open up a business. Just don't forget, within 6 months of opening the business, you can sell everything and wait for it to happen.
Thanks, Francois. Great.
No, I'm saying that because it happened in 2008.
Yeah, man.
I opened up a crepe place in Vancouver in 2007.
Jesus.
And then 2008 hit, and it was just like, that's it. Boom.
Well, you know,
Crushed.
I worked for a high-end supermarket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when things crash, people shop elsewhere, right? They're looking for better pricing and stuff. So we saw setbacks in 2008, and I think what was the other one, 2012, or I forget, but you know, it goes like this, right? And anyway, aside from that. So when did you decide to put the window in the, you know, do all of that and begin the walk-up business?
How did that happen? So I was talking to Rusty, and he's there on a regular basis, and we were kind of chatting about maybe, you know, you have a beautiful equipment up here, you have a beautiful coffee and all that, and I miss my cafe every morning. So seriously, I was missing having cafe every morning because this place used to be open to the public on a regular basis.
Right,
and
I remember that. You could go in there and sit down.
Yeah. And I was working down there already for the past 3.5 years. So I was like, every morning I had my cafe. I knew everybody. It was perfect. And so when it shut down, I was like, shit. Oh, sorry. It was a bummer, you know. It's like so I talked to Rusty, and I'm like, you know, you've got a beautiful place. We started seeing all those businesses, those bakeries that would shut their entrance, and then that would have those windows that would open up, guillotine windows that would open up their business like this. And I'm like, I told Rusty, say, why don't you? What do you think? Should we? Can we just open that up? You change the window, and we put the seating outside, and we start like this. I build the wooden frame for all our display. This is all handmade by me, and it's like, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And so I think it was a huge hit.
It has been. You're talking about that little sandwich board that's out in front.
So that's one of them.
The people see that, then they see the menu board as you walk up to order stuff.
And then all the displays.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's handmade. It's like, that's what it is. And so it ended up being.
What year was that? Do you remember?
I do remember because it was 2022, the summer of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
then.
that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
And it's done well. Saturdays are crazy over there, huh?
Yeah, it's done well. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's up and down, and I think we care a lot about our community. We care about our people, and we care about our customers. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of being down there, is because we are far away from all the craziness of Burlingame Avenue. Nobody, the people who knows this place, they come back because it's a good place. There's good food, good service, and it's all about we care about our customers.
Yeah,
we luckily don't have too many difficult customers for now.
Oh, I bet.
Crossing my fingers so it stays like that.
People talk about it. I've heard about it. I found out about it really because and I'm only 2 blocks away from where you are, okay? But I thought Kitchen Town was kind of done. I didn't know that you were in there, right? Until I did this thing for San Mateo, and all of the people that went to visit all these homes, a lot of them were coming up from the Hurlingham home, I guess, that had your scones there.
Yeah, we had a stand down there.
Yeah, everybody. Mark, you got to get over there and have a scone. I go, well, I'm busy right now. But you know, some said it on air and some said it when we didn't have the microphone on. But it was very popular. And then Diane Elcon, who's a big part of San Mateo, mentioned that to me, and she said, "Mark, would you like to get a hold?" I said, "Yeah, let's do this." Right. So, but the scones, is that your signature item? Is that? Yeah.
So the idea behind it is, I mean, I've been in the US, I've traveled in a bunch of places, and so I don't believe in the fact that I'm going to force you what I know, what is good. My French stuff is better than everything else. I know it is. And that's not my philosophy at all. And that's not the way I see moving into a country and moving into a place. I see it as, okay, here's what you guys eat. You eat cookies. You eat scones. I don't like scones, personally. So And that's true.
That's interesting.
I do not like scones. I mean, my wife eats scones on a regular basis when we go to places, and it's rock solid. It's always hard. And so I said to myself, okay, if we're gonna have a coffee shop, there's only certain products that we're gonna be doing, but they're gonna be American products. They're not gonna be French products. And so the cookie we were already doing, so that was simple, a little less sweet, a little bit more buttery. Bon, voilà, period. But the scones was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a scone that I can eat and that I like personally.
Yeah.
And so, it's a huge signature product. I mean, we put a little bit of mascarpone in it. We put a little bit of butter. We make it with love with my guys in the back. I go to the San Mateo farmers market every Saturday morning for myself. And so I
You do?
Yeah. So I go for myself, but then I go for the bakery as well. So all the fruits that are inside the scones.
Which one do you go to?
So I go to Alice, Allard, the red truck, Alice.
Uh-huh.
I take it from Fifth Crow. We got the strawberries from Fifth Crow. We got strawberries from Rodriguez as well. We get the mushrooms from Annabelle over there. I get all my orange from Vince over there. I mean, it's
terrific.
Yeah, I know everybody, and they've known my daughters. I mean, I care about it, and I care about the keeping everything in the same. Yeah.
And you do that on Sunday?
Saturdays.
Yeah,
okay. The CSM, the San Mateo
Community
that's
pretty
College.
busy up there, huh?
Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
Is it just one day a week up there?
Yeah.
Nothing during the weekday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me something about not just your scones, but what's the deal with your coffee, Carl the Fog coffee? It's pretty good coffee.
Yeah, it's not bad. You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cup today. Yeah,
so,
on the way.
I mean, those of you who lived in Burlingame know about it because Icon, who we get our coffee from, was doing the farmers market up here in Burlingame before COVID happened.
Okay.
And so Icon, Marcel is a good friend of mine. Again, back to the farmers market. I used to I've gone there for ever since I got here.
Yeah.
And Icon was down at the farmers market at CSM. And so I got to know the owner, Marcel. And when I told him I'm opening up a Bonjour BakeHouse Cafe, he's like, okay, we'll support you. Okay. So then that was a simple answer. And so his signature blend is Carl the Fog.
Terrific.
And it's a dark roast that is
very tasty, very flavorful,
good,
not too strong, not bitter, but it has enough punch in it that you enjoy it if you like a nice cup of coffee.
And he's in South San Francisco and roasting over there, and so we've been working together for the past 2.5 years now. He's opened up his cafe over there in San Francisco, so we are selling him he's selling our scones down there and our cookies at his coffee, and it's a good place. He's a good guy.
You work 6 days a week?
No, 7 days a week.
7 days.
Yeah.
What do you do on Sunday?
So usually it's family time, relax.
You're here in Burlingame, right? You guys live in Burlingame.
Yeah, I live in the...
Are your daughters are both at Burlingame High?
Yes, they go for it,
Yeah. So do you mix it up with them a little bit, or do they take off with their friends, or what?
No. We are lucky enough, touch wood, but we're very close, and we spend a lot of time together. Lucky enough to have two great, fantastic girls, a lovely wife. We go to a restaurant. We take it easy. Because they have a busy schedule with their high school, and my wife has a busy schedule as well. So
but you're able to recharge a little bit.
Yeah.
I know the shop closes, or the bakehouse closes every day at 1:00, but you don't leave at 1:00. You hang out.
So I mean, when it's your business, it never stops, basically.
Right.
So we're there, and then we take a little break around 1:00. We recharge at home, but then when you get home, there's still things that needs to be done. Answering all the customer service online, reprinting all the orders for the following day, and doing all the little things that are sometimes the most important for the business. And it's long days.
I wanted to touch on the corporate business for a moment. You've really built up a big corporate business. I mean, what did I see? You're doing some business with Dropbox, Apple, Airbnb, and Uber, just to name a few. There was quite a few that I saw. Yeah. That takes a long time to develop that, huh?
It does. Ingrid, so my business partner, Ingrid, who joined in a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, she's the one who's managing that. She's from the corporate world. She's not
really?
She's not at all a baker trained to be a baker.
But she's from the corporate world.
Yeah, she's from the corporate world.
She understands business.
Yes, she does. She does, and she has a passion for pastry, which is how we which is how we got to know each other.
Is she French?
She is. Yes, she's from Paris.
Okay, so that's how I got this whole wife thing confused and everything else. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. Does your present location satisfy you? Are you happy with that?
Very happy with that, yeah. I mean, it's the eternal debate. We could be doing a lot more if we were somewhere else on Burlingame Avenue or on Broadway or whatever. But the question is, I mean, we still have kids. We still want to enjoy our life. And it's a work-life balance, and it's all about that. We shut at 1 o'clock. That's it, period. We try to spend some decent time. Her kids are a little bit younger, so it has even more, a little bit more of an importance. She's still a mom, so her husband
Ingrid,
works as well.
Your business partner, right? That makes good sense. Yeah.
So it's all about trying to have a good work and life
Yeah.
balance. So yes, we close at 1. Yes, I'm very happy where we are. Yeah, everybody's telling you, so what's the next big move and all that? I'm like, yeah, well, nothing. We're staying here because this is good for now.
Yeah, because I mean, Burlingame Avenue would be great, but with that comes a higher rent.
Yeah.
If you have to have a cafe, a walk-in cafe where people sit down, then you have to have more employees and more headaches.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty good gig for you right now.
Yeah, for
so
now,
no thoughts of really expanding at all.
No, I don't think. I mean, Rusty, the owner of Kitchen Town, knows it, and it's actually quite fun when we talk about it. I'm part of the wall. Period. I've been there the longest. I've been there 9 years. So, and everybody's coming and going, and I'm still there, and I don't think I will go. I mean, we'll see what the future has for us, but yeah, so far so good.
Right. Well, the kids you have a freshman at Burlingame and a senior at Burlingame, or a junior?
Junior.
Yeah, you want them to finish out there, and then you can make some decisions if need be. But it sounds like everything's going pretty good.
Yeah, Burlingame is it's a fantastic place. So yeah.
Okay, so no plans for expansion. Everything is cool. Oh, I know what I need to know. Do you ever close and take a vacation? What do you do about that? Okay. I mean, would that happen or what?
So we try not to. I'm going to rephrase that.
I know you are.
We do. So now that Ingrid, my business partner, is here, it's a lot easier to take vacations. But before, no. I mean, I care about, just like I care about the community that we have around us, I care a lot about my employees, and I wouldn't be there. Bonjour BakeHouse wouldn't be there if it wasn't for our employees. So yeah, I think I take pretty good care of them. And so when I used to go on vacation, so I go back on vacation every summer to go and visit my parents and my folks in France.
So they're still in France.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everybody's still in France for now. And so no, we try not to close. And funny enough, you mentioned that, but we did our schedule for this summer, and we're going to have to close two Mondays. This is the first time it happened.
And why is that? Just because
we don't have any staffing for that.
Got it. Right.
Yeah.
2 Mondays.
And we don't want people to work 6 days a week. So it's
good for you.
Plain and simple.
That's very commendable in today's workplace. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But it's nice having Ingrid as your business partner, so you don't have to shut down completely if you wanted to take a vacation, because you probably wouldn't shut down. You'd just keep working.
Yeah, we would. Yeah. You know how it is.
Oh, I do.
Small business owners.
I do. My father was a small businessman, grocery, right? And he worked every day.
Yeah. And then especially for a grocery store.
Absolutely.
You have to be open 7 days a week.
Restaurant, grocery, it's the same thing, you know. So, okay, before we wrap this up, you have a great website and you have a great Instagram page. Who does that for you?
We have, we just, again, coming from a friend of resident of Burlingame, this awesome lady called Angela Gargano, who is in Portland, Oregon, and who is doing all that.
Good for you. Yeah. The photos are excellent.
So the photos come from one of our customers too.
Really?
Yeah. She's Italian. She's a fantastic woman.
Would that be the Instagram and the website?
It's a combination. We have a huge pool of photos. We've been taking pictures for the past 5 years, and as you know, it's an online business, so pictures are important.
Very important. But they're good pictures, and it makes the food really stand out.
Yeah. And so we've got. So it's hard for me to tell you exactly which pictures come from who, although I know.
Right.
It's not that interesting, but right now, we have it in a pretty sweet spot. I'm very, very fortunate and very happy to have those two ladies working for us.
So why don't you tell our listeners where they can find you on Instagram?
Oh, alors, I'm not a big social guy, so
I think it's BakeHouse.
yeah, it's Bonjour BakeHouse.
Bonjour BakeHouse,
yeah,
right?
You look for Bonjour BakeHouse on
Just search it and it comes up.
Instagram and Facebook. And
Yeah, very simple to find.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yep.
Can you say butter again? How you said it? I just love how you say butter.
It has to be natural, but we have a little bit of butter inside.
I love that, man. Okay. Francois, thank you so much for being a guest
My
today.
pleasure.
And I'm sorry Ingrid wasn't here, but we'll get her next time, right?
Yeah, you should. She's an interesting character.
I bet.
She's
Thank
a
you.
very interesting character. My pleasure. Thank you very much for hosting us, Mark.
You bet. Thank you.
Super appreciated.
I'd like to thank Francois Bernadin, owner and chef of Bonjour BakeHouse, located at 1007 Howard Avenue in San Mateo, for being my guest today on Burlingame. It's a small town podcast sponsored by the Burlingame Historical Society. Thanks to Kathy and Shelby Lucchese for editing and producing, the great Ray Tyler for video. Original music by Bray. You can hear more of Bray at braymusic.com. This podcast was recorded on Monday, May 20th, 2024 at the Burlingame Public Library. The Burlingame Historical Society copyrights this recording, and no part can be copied or replayed without the permission of the Burlingame Historical Society. So until next time, everyone, see you around Burlingame. It's a small town.